What's up, everybody? This is Jose Gagnon, the super random guy. And today we're finally going to be starting the first two episodes of season 7 of Thomas the Train. Where in today's first episode, we're going to be meeting a new character right away, just like in season 6. This one's a female train, and her name's Emily. And the name of this episode, as you can see, it's called Emily's New Coaches. So we'll be seeing Emily right away and seeing, how her personality is and everything and see what's going to be going on in this episode. Get the greatness, have the amazing happy times. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this season very much. And we're going to see what's going to be going on here in this episode. Get the greatness, everybody. You already know how things go here. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans.
It was a splendid day on the island of Sodor. Thomas was taking Annie and Clarabelle back to the yards. A new engine had arrived, and he wanted to say hello. The engine was beautiful, with shiny paintwork and a gleaming brass dome.
Thomas, meet Emily.
Hello. Hello to you.
Emily, collect your coaches, please. You and your driver must learn the line.
Yes, sir, she answered. Thomas was impressed.
It's been a while since we've seen another female train added to the character list in Thomas the Train. Like the last one we saw was Mavis from season 3. She was like she was like the other female train, but she was a diesel. But this one's like a female steam train. So it's pretty interesting that we get to see a steam train that's a girl, because you don't really see too many female characters in Thomas, to be honest, for some crazy reason. But at least they decided to add another one into the series, even though it's been 4 seasons since we've last seen a female train at all in the show.
Later, the only coaches Emily's driver could find were Annie and Clarabelle. These aren't your sort of coaches, he said, but I suppose they'll do. Annie and Clarabelle felt insulted. How dare he say we'll do, Clarabelle whispered.
And this is where we get into the problems of the episode, where Emily just takes Thomas's coaches without permission, because Sir Topham had told her to go find some coaches. But now Thomas is gonna get pissed off because those are his special coaches, and Emily just took them without permission. So now we're gonna see Thomas getting aggravated at Emily for taking his special coaches without permission, pretty much. Even though, Sir Topham had told her to go find some coaches, but he didn't really, say, what kind of coaches to find either. So, that was kind of his fault that he wasn't being specific enough to Emily, pretty much. And I also just wanted to say really quick that this is another one of, my most favorite seasons in the show. Like, I have 3 favorite seasons in total. Season 4, Season 5, we already did both of these. And now we're doing Season 7, which is another one of my favorite, seasons. And the last season that I'll be covering in this series, because I don't want to keep doing too many, seasons of this show on my channel, to be honest with you. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this one a lot as much as I do.
Emily puffed carefully along the track. How dare he say we'll do? How dare he say we'll do? Grumbled the coaches. Thomas saw Emily coming down the line, pulling Annie and Clarabelle. Hello, Thomas, Emily called. But Thomas was cross. Those are my coaches, he muttered. Give them back. Emily didn't hear Thomas, and she went on her way. Then Edward passed. and Percy. When Emily whistled hello, the engines didn't whistle back. Emily couldn't understand why they were so unfriendly. She was upset. Later, the Fat Controller spoke to Thomas.
I want you to go to the docks to pick up new coaches.
New coaches? But, sir...
Really useful engines don't argue,
said the Fat Controller. Thomas didn't want new coaches. He wanted Annie and Clarabelle back.
Now he's in a even worse mood now, because now Sir Topham Hatt just told him to go pick up some new coaches. Even though he didn't say that the new coaches were for him, he just told him to go pick them up. But Thomas thinks that they are for him, because since he saw, Emily take his coaches. So now he's in an even worse mood than he was before when he saw Emily take his coaches without his permission. So let's see what's going to be going on here.
When Oliver saw Emily return to the yacht, he was surprised. Those are Thomas's coaches. So that's why he looked cross, exclaimed Emily. I'll go and apologise. Don't want new coaches, chuffed Thomas. Later, Emily was still looking for Thomas when a signalman flagged her down. Oliver hasn't cleared his signal box, he told Emily's driver. Please go and see what's wrong. Emily could see that Oliver had broken down on the crossing. Then Emily heard Thomas's whistle. He could see Oliver, and he knew he could never stop in time. Oh! Emily charged towards Oliver, and with a huge effort, pushed him across the tracks. Just in time. Later, the Fat Controller praised Emily.
Well, John, you were a very brave engine.
The bravest, chuffed Oliver.
It gives me great pleasure to present you with 2 new coaches.
Thank you, sir, replied Emily. I'm sorry I took Annie and Clarabelle. And I'm sorry I was so cross, replied Thomas. Friends. Friends. Emily loves her coaches and being...
And that's kind of a good ending, that Thomas ended up forgiving Emily for her taking his coaches. But I guess he kind of understood that Sir Topham Hatt wasn't being, really specific when he told her to go, grab some coaches from the yard, because he didn't really say which kind of coaches, for her to take, basically. So that's probably why he ended up forgiving her for, her taking his coaches without, asking him. And now she's, even super happy because she ended up getting her own coaches anyway, Emily. So now she's in a super amazing mood, I'm guessing. And she's also glad that she ended up, being, getting purchased by Sir Topham Hatt and now being able to, work on his railway now. So now she's in a super good mood because now she's got, a new place to work, and basically she just got herself some new coaches. So she's probably feeling super good about herself. But that was the first episode of Season 7, Emily's New Coaches. Hopefully you enjoyed it very much. We're going to keep it rolling right into the second episode of Season 7. Get the greatness. Have the amazing happy times, everybody. And we'll see you all in the next episode coming up right now. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans. You already know how the things go here, everybody. Yeah.